Hi, I usually do my video in French, but because I'm gonna talk about Valorant Tier 2 in Southeast Asia, I have to talk in English. So, there are some big changes that coming to Valorant Tier 2 in Southeast Asia. The ancient system was to have 6 Tier 2 regions, but Riot decided to make them merge into one big Tier 2 region. And there are some issues. There are some reasons why they did that, because for example, there are too many small leagues, and some leagues shouldn't be separated. For example, Malaysia and Indonesia shouldn't be separated because they talk language that can understand each other, and a team like PaperX couldn't play in Tier 2 Valorant because they have 2 Indonesian players and 1 Singaporean player and 1 Malaysian player, so that means you can't have 3 players of 1 Tier 2 region. But this change, this merge, cause a lot of problems. For example, about ping. You can't make an online event where Indonesian team have to play against Taiwanese team, because you can't find a server where the ping would be decent for the both team. So it's a huge problem. I have no ideas how Riot will solve this problem. What I don't understand even more is that there are some solutions that Riot could have found. For example, they could have made 2 Tier 2 regions with 8 teams. One with regions that play on Hong Kong server and one other that play on Singapore server. So basically Vietnam, Philippines and Taiwan play in Hong Kong server, so you can have a Tier 2 league with these 3. And you can make another Tier 2 league with 8 other teams that playing on Singapore server with Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia. Basically, this would solve the ping problem and will make things more balanced and viable. But even with that, I still believe that Malaysia, Singapore and Indonesia are big enough to be a Tier 2 region on their own, especially because they speak a common language. Indonesian is just a variety of Malay, so they can understand each other, so that makes sense to regroup them. So yes, I will make 3 Tier 2 regions, one with Malaysian language, one playing on Hong Kong server, and the last one with mainland Southeast Asia, without Vietnam, because they are not playing on Singapore server. So here we've got 3 Tier 2 league that is strong enough. Because if you look at Tier 3, and in Tier 3 every Southeast Asia region play on the same Premier League, you can see that there are some regions that are a little bit weak and can't be all alone. Vietnam is only 1 team that qualify into Premier Playoff. Philippines got 4 and Taiwan got 2. It really makes sense to regroup them, because all alone they can't be a single Tier 2 region, but if you group them and do one big Tier 2 region with these 3 regions, you can have something decent. It's the same for Indonesia and Malaysia. All alone they are maybe enough big to be a region of all alone, but because they are speaking the same language and they're playing on the same server, it doesn't really make sense to separate them. So it's better to regroup them. And then you have Thailand that have 8 teams, which is not bad, 9 if you count Cambodia. And I think they can be a region of all alone with the rest of mainland Southeast Asia. Not really sure, but I think it's possible. So yeah, I rethink the boundary into 3 Tier 2 region is a good choice to do. Now we have to talk about Mongolia, because Mongolia was mentioned in the post. You see, no mention to Mongolia, and it's a quite weird situation because Mongolia is actually nowadays in Taiwan region, which doesn't really make a sense. But I think they put Mongolia in Taiwan region because every good player in Taiwan went to China because they don't count as import. So because Mongolia is a rising region and maybe will be strong in the future year, they say, oh, we've got this Tier 2 region that is bad and that maybe will never rise and that have no potential because they are all going to China. So maybe we should put them here so they can have a league where there are not too much competitivity, and we can save this league with Mongolia, and so they put Taiwan here. But no, everything has fused together. That maybe doesn't make really sense to make Mongolia here, because Riot opened a EMEA server on Japan for East Russia, and maybe for Mongolia too. Maybe Mongolia have a much better ping in the Tokyo than in Hong Kong. So maybe Mongolia will be a part of Japan next year, because Japan now have more teams. They also have 16 teams, so maybe that makes sense to make Mongolia there. And we have to wait, but I think that might happen. I don't know. So yes, I think I've covered everything I wanted to talk about this fusion, the merge of Southeast Asia Tier 2. And I really want to see what is gonna happen in the future, because to me there will be a lot of issues, and especially with ping. If they can find a solution for ping, it's gonna be good. Maybe there will be two groups and they be sure that Indonesia and Taiwan will never play against each other. I don't know. That may be a solution. But yeah, I'm quite preoccupied about all of this, because it's gonna start really soon. It's right at the corner. This split's gonna end, and next split, the fusion gonna be effective. So if they didn't warn anyone about this, and I heard that nobody was warned, but I'm not sure if that's true. Maybe if it's true, it will be a big problem, because that means they didn't take in account every problem that I talk about in this video. So yeah, they have to communicate more on this. They have to tell us if everyone was warned, because this is a lot. This will change a lot of things, and if they take the decision to actually do it and not backdash, because there are possibilities they backdash when they realize it's not really feasible. But it's so soon. I don't think they can backdash right now. It's quite too late. So yeah, I'm pretty alarmed by this, and I really hope there will be not too much problem. And I also really hope in the future the fusion will not be a full fusion, because I don't believe that's good for an online event. For an offline event, why not? But for an online event, it's not really realistic, especially when you make 16 teams. Really, the easiest solution would be to make free league, and just 8 teams in each free league, and we are all good. But that's not the solution they choose. Then maybe that will have a lot of problem, or maybe every win will be fine. We will see, and I just hope I'm wrong and everything will be okay.